Okay, y'all, this was one of those rare nights where everything didn't just come together, it exploded into something unforgettable. The energy was electric, the crowd was uncontrollable, and the surprises were hitting like scenes out of a perfectly written movie. You could feel it in the air that this wasn't just another performance, this was a defining moment for Cardi B. Now let's be real, performing in your hometown isn't just different, it's deeply personal. The pressure hits harder, the expectations climb higher, and at the same time the love becomes louder, rawer, almost overwhelming. So for Cardi B to headline Madison Square Garden not just once, but for two completely sold-out nights on her Little Miss Drama tour, that's not just big, that's legacy territory. And the second she stepped on that stage, you could tell instantly she didn't come to entertain, she came to dominate. The crowd was already on fire before she even touched the mic, screaming at the top of their lungs, phones up, everybody locked in like they were witnessing history unfold in real time. And Cardi B, she was feeding off every ounce of that energy, like it was fueling her, pushing her to go harder, louder, bigger with every second. But then she suddenly flipped the entire vibe. Right in the middle of all that chaos, the music dips, the lights shift, and she pauses to talk directly to the crowd, almost like she's letting them into her world for a second. She playfully admits she doesn't really have sexy songs like that her style leans more raw, more street, more unfiltered. And just when the crowd is hanging on to every word, she drops it, calling out Cash Cobain to come sing her a sexy song. And just like that, everything changes. Because you already know what that means, a surprise guest, but not just any guest. This felt intentional, personal, a Bronx connection that made the moment hit even harder. When Cash Cobain stepped out, the arena didn't just get loud, it erupted completely. The reaction was instant, explosive, almost uncontrollable as he jumped straight into performing Fisher and Ho's Mad without missing a beat. And right there beside him was Cardi B, dancing, vibing, laughing, completely locked into the moment. And that's what made it feel so real. It didn't feel staged or forced. It felt like two artists from the same roots sharing a stage in front of their city, living in the moment instead of performing for it. Now at this point you would think, okay, that's already a standout moment, something people are going to be talking about for days. But nah, Cardi B wasn't finished, not even close. Because later in the night, just when the energy should have peaked, she raises the stakes even higher and brings out someone who isn't just a guest, but a living piece of hip-hop history, Lil' Kim. And the second she stepped onto that stage, you could feel the entire room shift. The energy changed, the reaction got deeper, because that's not just an artist, that's Brooklyn royalty, that's legacy walking in real time. Lil' Kim comes out and delivers her verse from Mobb Deep's Quiet Storm remix, and if you really know hip-hop, then you already understand how iconic that moment is. That's not just a performance, that's an era being brought back to life right in front of the crowd. So to see that live in New York on Cardi B's stage felt like a full-circle moment that hit on a completely different level. But what made it even more powerful was what happened next. Lil' Kim smiles at the crowd and jokes about not wanting people to think she's doing too much stepping out in such a stunning outfit, and then casually reveals that Cardi B was actually the one who styled her for the night. And right there, that moment spoke volumes. Because that wasn't just about fashion, that was about respect. That was one generation showing love to the one that paved the way. And let's be honest, you don't always see that kind of genuine appreciation so openly in this industry. In that moment, it stopped being just a concert and turned into something way bigger. It felt like history being written live on that stage. By the time the night reaches this point, it already feels like it's stretched to its absolute limit. Like every surprise has already been unveiled, every performance has landed exactly the way it needed to, and the crowd has been riding this non-stop wave of energy without a single moment to come down or even catch their breath. It feels finished, almost too perfect, like there's nothing left for Cardi B to prove and no higher level left to reach. But somehow, she still had one last move hidden, and this one wasn't about going bigger, louder, or more shocking. It was about going deeper in a way nobody expected. Right as the show begins to close and the lights start dimming into something softer and more intimate, she steps forward and does something no one in that arena could have fully predicted. She brings out her children, her daughter Culture, and her son Wave, just for a brief moment, just long enough for them to stand beside her, take in the moment, and greet the crowd together. And I'm not even going to lie, that single moment shifted everything instantly. Because for a split second, all of it disappears, the flashing lights, the deafening screams, the sold-out arena, the larger-than-life superstar image, it all fades into the background, and what you're left with is something real and deeply human. Just a mother, standing on stage, sharing a raw, vulnerable moment with her kids in front of thousands of people who suddenly feel like they're witnessing something personal. It wasn't stretched out, it wasn't overly dramatic or forced, but that's exactly why it hit so differently. It felt honest, emotional, and completely unfiltered in a way you rarely get to see at this level. And honestly, that's what made the entire night feel complete, like everything had finally come full circle in the most unexpected way. You had the energy, the impact, the unforgettable performances, the cultural significance, and then that deeply personal ending that grounded the entire experience in something real, something human, something people won't forget, and of course, the internet didn't waste a single second reacting, because moments like this don't stay inside four walls. They spill out, take over timelines, and dominate the entire conversation almost instantly. People have been going all the way in, replaying clips over and over again, analyzing every second, every detail, every unexpected twist like it's a cinematic scene they can't stop revisiting or breaking down. Some are already calling this one of Cardi B's most unforgettable live performances ever, saying this was the night she fully stepped into her power and proved, beyond any doubt, why she belongs at that level and why her name keeps coming up in these conversations. Others can't stop talking about the guest appearances, especially how she balanced both sides of the culture so effortlessly by bringing out Cash Cobain and Lil' Kim, calling it the perfect collision between new generation heat and undeniable legendary presence that bridged eras in real time. And then there's a whole wave of fans who are just in pure awe, watching her sell out Madison Square Garden not once, but twice on this kind of scale, because if we're being honest, not everybody can even touch that stage. And even fewer can truly command it the way she did without missing a beat. That level of presence? It's rare, almost untouchable, and not something you see every day. So now I've really got to ask you, if you were standing in that crowd, feeling every second of that energy in real time, which moment would you say truly stole the night and left the biggest impact on you? Was it Cash Cobain stepping out and completely igniting the arena with that raw energy? Or was it Lil' Kim pulling up and reminding everyone exactly what legacy, influence, and history look like when they walk into a room and take control? And beyond all of that, do you think this tour could end up becoming one of Cardi B's most iconic eras yet? The kind of run people look back on years from now and say, yeah, that was the moment everything changed and she leveled up for real? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments, and I'll catch you in the next one.
NYC, is you cool? It's no way you cool, because what is this? What is this? We literally talked about this before the concert. So what made y'all turn around and do that? And I need names. I need names of all the people that didn't understand the assignment. You know what I'm saying? Because we're not jacking you in New York City. But the concert was everything it was supposed to be. Sold out for a reason. Cardi B did her thing on that stage. Do you hear me? Okay, we had a time last night. It wasn't even just a concert. It was a whole party. And when she came out, she did her big one. And don't worry, I got more content for y'all later, pictures from the meet and greet and all that. I just need to finish recovering, because when I tell you we partied a little too hard last night, we was outside.